Here we go, chat. Prepare your Pog Champs for brand new contento. One mana. Piltovan Tellstones. Create a fleeting whatever. So everyone seems to have gotten themselves a Three Sisters. Except for Freljord, who got scammed. Aftershock, Hextech Transmogulator, and Poggers Day. Trash, but not that trash, but still pretty trash. Somewhat useful. And somewhat useful. So, I could see myself running this possibly in a deck where I do want to have draw, but I want to be a little bit flexible versus things like Mono Shuriman. Maybe I can see this in some ways being somewhat better than Aftershock, but yeah, definitely not an auto include. Not bad. It's pretty meh. I think this is not really going to see much play. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit of play. Meh. It's pretty meh. All right, next. This is a good one. Huh. Mark of the Isles is pretty generously decent. Spirit Journey and Crumble. I'm going to say if this was Vengeance and this was Crumble, this would be insane. If this instead of Spirit Journey was Vengeance, it would have been crazy. I like Crumble as hard to main deck. It is, but so is Mark of the Isles and so is Spirit Journey. Like, all three cards suck. All three suck. I will say one thing. This could possibly work in an Undying deck. Mark of the Isles Undying is kind of solid. Spirit Journey Undying, you sometimes want to do it on Undying. Sometimes. And Crumble Undead, you can always use it on Undying. This might work in an Undying deck. Might is the secret word here. Because sometimes they use cards like Obliterate Undying. You don't want that to happen. But if you were running Crumble and Undying, I could see you run this instead of Crumble. Yeah, because Spirit Journey, believe it or not, is still not horrible. Like, there are cases where you wish you had Spirit Journey instead of Crumble. For example, they're attacking with a 20/20 Overwhelm unit. Well, you get to survive one more turn. It's good enough. Like, yeah, I can see this being played in Undying decks. But I think that's about it. So yeah, maybe Undying. Maybe. Or something similar to Undying. Next! Bilgewater Tellstones. Wait, are they all called Tellstones? Oh wait, there's no Freljord Tellstones. They're called Three Sisters. Skamazed. Alright. Create a fleeting. More powder. Playful trickster. No. I don't think so, chat. That ain't it. Good in Nami. I mean, actually not horrible in Nami. I could see one argument Nami may be playing, but Nami doesn't play any of these cards. Rally, though, why don't you just main deck Rally if that's the only reason you're running it? This almost never is that good. Like, these are both slow cards. That's why they suck, dude. Like, it's... No. Pirate Aggro, not a chance. Yeah, there's... No. I don't see it. Fizz decks? No. I don't see it. I just don't see it, man. Why not Sunk Cost? Yeah, there it would have been maybe a bit more playable. Like, swap out Chum the Water for Sunk Cost and maybe... No. This is the worst one yet, I think. Look at the rarities of this in previous, please. Okay, so it starts off with Epic Rare Trash. Rare Trash. Trash, Rare Trash. Let me guess. Triple Trash. Or no, it's a repeat of Rare Trash. Okay, what is Bandle Tellstones? Trash. When are we gonna get triple uncommon? Like, this is bad. Okay, still Rare Trash. Okay, let me see. Ionian Tellstones. Wait. Oh, karma. Listen, chat. All right, now we're talking. I think someone out there doesn't know how good Health Pot is. Oh no! I just realized something. Chat. If people start playing this card in Karma. I mean, in Ionia decks, people are going to learn how OP Health Pot is. I'm not going to be the only... Right now, I'm the only person in the world who plays Health Pot in my Karma decks. I'm the only one. Nobody else plays this card. Now everyone's going to run it. They're like, holy crap, Health Pot is amazing. And now everyone's going to learn about the power of Health Pot. I was the only person out there. Dude, this is insane with Karma. First of all, Dragon Girl, Ionian Tellstones plus Health Pot is 2 mana, summon a Dragonling next turn. And heal for 3. This is better in aggro than Health Pot. If you're playing versus aggro, you want to play Ionian Tellstones into Health Pot instead of Health Pot, and being forced to play a second spell you don't want to play because you have to summon a Dragonling. This with Dragon Girl is insane! 2 mana, summon a Dragonling and heal for 3 to face. Homecoming is really good, because guess what? It deals with a lot of problems you don't want to main deck Homecoming for. Mono Shurima, all of a sudden you have a way to deal with Homecoming without actually putting it in your deck. Things like hard removals for Pantheon kind of decks with big fades. This is great. This is spicy. This is so good. I don't have to main deck Health Pot anymore. I can main deck triple Ionian. I'm serious. I would main deck 3 of these, probably. I'd probably main deck 3 of these, because that gives me 3 Homecomings. And Homecomings is a very strong card if you're running cheap units. Really, really strong. That's spicy. How do you deal with Mono Shurima?
You'll be the only one who can successfully pull off Health Pot on stream rather than anyone else.
No, I currently am the only one. Now everyone's going to be doing it because this card is really good in Karma. Yeah, and Karma also heals for 12, sure. But what I'm saying is, how do you deal with Mono Shurima? You wait for them to be like 10 away from leveling. Like, the landmark is ticked down to 10. Boom, you recall it. Now he has to start at 24 again. He has to restart at a really high count, right? He has to restart. That's 25. Like, it resets the counter. Let's say he leveled up 1 Azir, and he's 10 away from leveling his thing. Well, now it's going to take another 10 turns to level up. They can replay it, but it starts again at 25. Very, very good. Very good card. This is good in Lee Sin decks as well. Pretty spicy. This card is great. I'm so happy we got a control card. There's no aggro here at all. This is great choices. This is great. This is great. Stand United, even though it's a meme, is not horrible. It's not great when Karma's already leveled, but once she's leveled, you're not really going for that. But before anything's leveled, this is a good protective card. It stops things like 7 mana stop a Vengeance in your Karma, 7 mana stop a removal, 7 mana, like, you just swap it out for a Dragonling. It's not bad. It's burst speed swap. It's a really expensive syncopation, basically. I like it. I like this. Alright. Solid card. Demacian. Really good, really good. Okay. Okay. Yo, that's pretty good. This is meh. Like, I don't really like for Demacia, personally. But it's not bad. It's not bad at all. This is really strong. This is almost certainly Lux. Almost certainly Lux, I would say. But it can also be Garen. I don't mind this for Garen either. This is solid for Garen as well. I like this. It can be in a lot of decks. Detain is a strong card overall. For Demacia is a strong card overall. It insta-levels Lux with Demacia for Detain as well, which is 6 mana perfectly. It's solid. It can be for elites. Yeah, possibly. You never play this in Garen? I disagree. I play this in Garen Rekindler. I know that's a meme for most people, but I like to play Garen Rekindler. And I love having Detain in Rekindler decks. But you don't really want to main deck Detain that often because, well, it kind of feels really awkward to do. Because sometimes you don't find... Yeah, this is great. You want to have Prismatic Barrier for Garen. Because a lot of the times, they will buff a unit so that it kills the Garen in combat, where you're trying to level Garen up. But Prismatic Barrier is just spicy. For Demacia, Garen is sort of a go wide board now that Garen gives a +1/+1 buff. So going wider and then dropping this down can beat decks that don't have board wipes like Ruination. I like it. I think it's solid. Heimer. Heimer doesn't really play Demacia. Alright, next. Targon. Noxus. Oh, that ain't bad. That's not bad, actually. That's not horrible. I don't know if they run it. I don't know if they run it. Whirling is always useful. Sharpen Resolve is... I think you don't run this, though. I think Noxus is the kind of deck, especially with these kinds of cards, where you get ahead by being mana efficient. 3 mana kills a 4 mana unit. Like, you get ahead by being mana efficient to an extent. I don't know if you run this, honestly. I think you just run Whirling Death. It's 1 defensive. Like, I don't think so. I think you just don't run it. Reputation decks. But why not just run these cards main deck? Like, this is a good main deck card. If you want to be playing a deck with Whirling Deaths, you'll main deck it. These are not, like, super good side options that you need to have. I don't know. I feel like you don't necessarily run this. I think you just run this, and if you want to have buffs, you'll just be playing Sharpen Resolve anyway. 6 Whirling Deaths. If you want to have 6 Whirling Deaths, maybe I can understand that argument. That's about it. Rumble Race Leveling? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you run this card unless you want to run 6 Whirling Deaths. In that case, maybe you do. 4 mana plus 3/2 is kind of weak. It's really expensive for what it does. Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm not sure about that. Like, this is a decent card. This is an okay-ish card, but I find that in order to make Whirling Death to make 4 cost, I don't think the payoff is worth it. All right, Shuriman Tellstones, really solid, actually solid. This is a good one. This is a really good card, by the way. Weight of Judgment. I've actually played this card main decked in a Shurima control deck. Why? Shurima doesn't have removal, right? Shurima lacks removal. This can work. It's 5 mana to deal 7. You kill units that are more expensive than 7 base than 5 mana with this. Spirit Fire. Yeah. To followers, basically. For champions, it kind of sucks, but whatever. Spirit Fire can be somewhat niche useful. Ruthless Predator can be somewhat... This is not bad. Now, I would play this in only some decks. I wouldn't play this in a lot of decks. I don't know what decks I would play this in, to be honest. Renekton deck? No, because Renekton doesn't use these 2 cards almost ever. This, I feel, is like in a Zillion deck. I feel like in some kind of Zillion deck, where you want a lot of control. Like, how would I make this work with a Zillion deck? Like Zirian Zareth, yeah, something like that, something around those lines. Zillion Echo, no. The reason you don't play in Zillion Echo is because we've already figured out that aggro Zillion Echo is just the way to play Zillion Echo. You just want to aggro it. In like a really controlled version of Zillion Echo, I can definitely see this being played. That's the last one, I think, right? It is. It's okay. It's good. It's a decent control card in a world where people have figured out that even though Shurima wants to be control, you're better off rushing whatever your win con is. You want to rush the landmark level up. People have figured out Shurima is better just to rush down whatever you're going for instead of control until he gets there. So that's a bit unfortunate that Shurima is more efficient being fast than it is being controlling. Like, do you guys remember old school Zillion Echo before the aggro people took over it? It was a pretty slow deck, but when it got there, it had a lot of options. Had a lot of defensive options as well. It used to run Spirit Fires. It used to run 1 weight of or 2 weight of Judgments. It was a cool deck, and then we just realized, well, why not just make it really aggro? And then we did, and it just worked really well. But yeah, this card could see use in the future. I just don't see a deck for it at the moment. Look at this, Snowy. Ionia 10 out of 10, 3 Sisters 9 out of 10. Alright, Ionia 10 out of 10. Yeah, agreed. 3 Sisters 9 out of 10. Agreed. Noxus 8 out of 10. Disagree. Bilgewater 7 out of 10. No. Demacia 7 out of 10. Yeah, I can see Demacia 7. Piltover 6 out of 10. No. Shurima 5 out of 10. Yeah. SI 5 out of 10. I'd say 4 out of 10. Targon 2 out of 10. Battle City 1 out of 10. I'm going to make my own. PNZ 4 out of 10. Shadow Isles 4 out of 10. Bilgewater. What is Bilgewater? 4 out of 10. Bandle 2 out of 10. Ionia 8 out of 10. I'm going to give it 9 out of 10. I mean, does that... Yeah, okay, if we're going to work on a scale of absolutes in comparison to each other, instead of comparison to Ionia cards in general, I guess we'd give it 10 out of 10. Demacia, 7 out of 10. If we're going to compare them to each other, that's fair to do. Targon. Noxus. 5 out of 10? Maybe. And, Shurima. 5 out of 10. Shadow Isles, Shurima. No, 4 out of 10. I think Freljord's stronger than Ionia. I think Freljord has to be stronger than Ionia. Ionia is good, but it's not as good as Freljord. I don't think I'm wrong here. Am I? All right, let's tweet it. All right, we're good, chat. We're good. There it is. Can you react to this Snooey clip?
There's a better card already. All right, let's look at the last one. This one is bad. Ionian Tellstones create a fleeting health potion, homecoming, or... No! I closed the tab on it. No! 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 This one is so good!
It is.
This one is insane!
It is.
Oh my god!
It is insane.
This one is so good!
True.
Are you kidding me? They're just doing this to make me angry. It was even the last one. I was ready to like get excited for the last one, and it's this garbage. That's like, all of these cards are good. I mean, you know, Health Potion and Stand United don't see main deck play, but they easily...
Yes, they do!
They could.
Yes, they could, and yes, they do. I main deck him every time. He hates Recall Ionia, Lee Ionia. He hates Ionia, understandable. Too bad for him. Anyway, listen, I actually am not too crazy about the card coming out. Why? Because I don't want people to start playing Health Potion. I want to be I like being the only one who plays it. I still remember to this day, I was playing versus Alan. We were doing a best of 3, which I won, by the way. And the reason I won was because I main decked 3 health pots. And I still remember, who plays main deck 3 health pot? He didn't play around a main deck 3rd health pot, chat. That's why we won. He did not expect a 3rd health pot off my Karma deck. Nobody expects it. Nobody sees it coming. You remember that? Absolutely. You were there? Yeah. So... yeah. True.